everyone, I'm Hibblejaybob and welcome to the Hibblejaybob monthly news for January. So you may have noticed that the scheduling has been a little bit skew with over the last couple of weeks, and the reason for that, if you haven't heard already, is I have launched a second YouTube channel. So on Hibblejaybob, my main channel, there is going to be emergency related content, be that real life and video game, and also simulation is going to feature on the main Hibblejaybob channel, and all other aspects of gaming have now been moved on to Hibblejaybob Gaming. So the biggest difference is how that content is going to be presented. So the emergency gameplay and simulations are mostly going to be let's play, quite long episodes of just normal gameplay, whereas a lot of the content that's provided on Hibblejaybob Gaming is going to be shorter, about 10-15 minute episodes, funny, highlight kind of that kind of video type thing. So yes, if you're interested in subscribing to both channels, please do. Links are in the description below for Hibblejaybob Gaming. Obviously, if you're watching this on Hibblejaybob, you can probably just click the Hibblejaybob button, and the way I have the channel set up is that it kind of mixes it on my website. So if you're interested in seeing absolutely all of my content, if you head to hibblejaybob.co.uk/TV, you will just be able to pick and choose what content you want to see from both channels together. So if you want to see content from both channels, that's the best way of keeping on top of it. So how does this change the schedule? Well, on Monday, that was originally supposed to be the rotary schedule, which was various different video games. However, that's been removed because gaming has now been moved on to Hibblejaybob Gaming. So instead, we're kind of going to go back to the schedule as it was before-ish. So Monday is going to be Knotroff 112 in the early afternoon, followed by GTA 5 with the emergency services after that, so 2 videos that day. Tuesday is going to be Emergency 4 with the London mod, followed by another emergency game. So it's going to be either Mission Chief, the German version, or 911 Operator, which is a game that we have seen a couple of times on the channel, and it's still in development, gets released soon. Hopefully we'll get to cover that and it'll be great. Wednesday then is going to be Emergency 4 with the Kent mod, and then Emergency 4 with the Bieberfeld mod. So we're kind of returning to the pre-January schedule a little bit here, but it's going to space out videos, which is going to settle my heart rate a little bit, make things easier to manage, and hopefully improve the viewing experience somewhat. So the rest of the schedule remains completely the same. And we're now going to launch a new schedule on Hibblejaybob Gaming. So I'll probably post this video on Hibblejaybob Gaming as well, actually, just so that people are aware of it. The schedule for Hibblejaybob Gaming is going to be, Monday is going to be video games with friends. So you quite often see my friends Alex, Cameron and Craig, plus occasionally others, Nicole and Becky. We've got a mix of people that come in. Sometimes you've got my cousins, sometimes you've got other complete strangers, but they're all going to be on Mondays. So funny moments and games like Depth and Overwatch and all that kind of thing, that's going to be on Mondays. On Wednesdays, it's going to be kind of solo gameplay, so it's going to be stuff like Depth, 7 Days to Die, and Cluster Truck, various other games as well. So this is kind of going to be more of a kind of let's play kind of thing. And then Friday, which is tomorrow, is going to be the launch of a brand new series, which is going to be my nostalgia trip. Now, I kind of started that series on Hibblejaybob Main. It didn't do very well and I got put off, but I really want to push it. So basically what the plan is it's just going to be a let's play of all the early games of my gaming career, and it'll hopefully it'll show you a little bit more about my gaming background, as well as be entertaining to watch, which is always important when you're watching a YouTuber. So that's how the schedules shape up for both channels. If you're here from one and aren't subscribed to the other, if you're interested in it, then please subscribe both ways. I'm still trying to get to 50 subscribers on the new channel. So yeah, if it's content that you think you might want to check out, then please do. I'm putting a lot of effort into doing a lot better editing work than I quite often do in just normal longer length gameplay videos. So hopefully that pays off. Hopefully it's funny content that people are actually going to like to watch. And yeah, I look forward to seeing that channel expanding. So this is the Hibblejaybob channel news. Let's talk about how we did for January. So for those of you who don't know, the winter months tend to be quite a slowdown for YouTubers, and that has shown quite sharply in my YouTube analytics. Everything is down by 20%. Views are down 20%, likes are down 35%, dislikes are down 40%, I ain't complaining at that, comments are down 25%, and subscribers are down 22%. That is the amount of subscribers coming in. We had 50 new subscribers getting welcomed into the channel, which is we're still growing, and we that compares to the summer months where I was getting about 200 people a month in, so it's quite a big difference. One of the most pleasing figures is average view duration is up by nearly 10%. So basically, views mean nothing to me. If people keep clicking all of my videos and then immediately clicking off them, that's an indication that they're not interested in my content. But the average view duration, if that goes up, it means more people are sticking around and watching more of your videos for longer, which is always a good thing. So the fact that that's up 10% is quite pleasing. Also, I have started with a new network. I'm now with Broadband TV, and we're starting to get a little bit of revenue in, so I'm still waiting to see how that's going to shape up. Hopefully they're promising quite a lot of improvements. Hopefully those improvements come through. It'll allow me to bring more money back into the channel so I can get better equipment, better games. Yeah, just you can see my my microphone. It kind of, because it has to be quite close to me, you can see it quite a lot in the videos that I do. I think it just catches in the webcam. This is recorded on my phone, so it's a little bit wider angle, but I think it still catches anyway. So the channel successes for January. Let's talk about video of the month. Now, after having been quite quiet, IL2 with the Cup mod has made a resurgence, and it's automatically excluded because it's already had video of the month before. So it falls to Emergency 4 with the Bieberfeld mod, where we had a major hazmat incident, taking the most viewed videos for the month with something like just under 1,000 views. The video of the month in terms of likes was the special visit I paid to Clyde's Mill Fire Station, and that got a total of 19 views. So the story behind the Clyde's Mill Fire Station was actually a bit of a sad one. I don't go to Glasgow very often. In fact, that's the first time I've driven there ever. I used to get the train through back when I was, not old enough to drive, and we were there sadly for the funeral of one of the members of our charity, a man called Jim, who sadly passed away very suddenly, very unexpectedly. It was very sad, and we had it was a lovely day. It was a lovely service. I work for an emergency medical transport charity, and the police, with there being so much of us, we brought everything we had. We brought all 10 of our emergency vehicles, plus there was a parade of bikers there, and the police gave us a blue light escort through the town, which was lovely. And then once we got off public property, we can respond on blue lights, but only if it's an actual medical emergency. But once we got off public property, we were able to put the emergency lights on all of our emergency vehicles and escort the hearse on its final destination to the crematorium. So it was a lovely send off for a wonderful charity member, and yeah, afterwards, rather than heading home, I went to go speak to the fire service for a little while and got a tour of the Clyde's Mill Fire Station. So that is the story behind the visit there, and yeah, it's the video of the month for likes. Right, so that is everything for this edition of the Hibblejaybob Monthly News. Yes, please check out my new Hibblejaybob gaming channel, and if you want any wonderful Hibblejaybob merchandise like I am wearing, you can get t-shirts, you can get books, you can get posters, stickers, pens, hoodies. Yeah, my shop has quite a lot. So yeah, if you would like to get any Hibblejaybob branded merchandise, feel free to check it out. Remember, whatever you buy, there is a slight profit to me that goes straight back into the channel. So if you want to see better content, better equipment, more games, that is one of the ways that you can do it. You can get some stuff from me and I will reinvest it back into the channel, and also you would have my immense gratitude. Anyway, that has been everything for this episode of the Hibblejaybob Monthly News for January. We will get back to normal content tomorrow, so thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!